Hello again, this is Sports Betting Whale. Thank you for visiting me again on the YouTube channel. I'm one of the most successful sports handicappers in the last 25 years. Please visit us at thewhalepicks.com. You can see a lot of proof of winning tickets and also some stories about how I started with small amount of money and built it into a large amount of money, a lot of it during the baseball season. Okay, so today I'm going to answer a couple of questions and then we'll get on to the plays. There's some games that start in the afternoon Pacific time that we'll get the emails out to you, and also hopefully you'll be able to see this online before they start. In your experience, what sportsbooks in Las Vegas generate the sharpest and toughest to beat odds against your round robin system? Which sportsbooks gives the most favorable lines? Okay, so it depends on whether the sportsbooks are getting a lot of what's called Sharpie action, the people who bet for a living. The casinos, sportsbooks that get more of the local play or the tourist play that are just the general public play are going to be the ones that are easier for us to beat versus the ones that are more for the Sharpies. But these days, the lines are generally pretty close. And in baseball, all we're talking about is the different win percentage odds, not whether we win or lose like what's been happening in basketball. So going into the baseball season, it won't be as important. There are some different apps and different websites you can go to see what the current odds are if you want to go to them. And they'll post the existing odds that are available at the different sports books. Next question, if I have a bankroll that can't be replenished, you recommend also dividing that into 5 for the halftime picks. Anytime you cannot replenish a bankroll, then I recommend that you take 20% as your betting pool, even for the half times. And when we get hot in the half times, we will progress on those as well. And again, the whole plan here through the round robin system, half times, and then the first 5 innings program, and also later the pick of the day programs that we'll be offering. We want to get you into where you've recovered any amount you've invested or put at risk as soon as possible, and then progress on house money. I'm going to give you an example in baseball, starting with $1,000. Assuming that you can replenish the $1,000 first, you'll be playing an average base amount of $100 per roundie. Each round robin will pay back, 3s and a 4 pay back between $600 on the low end and $1,000 on the high end. So let's say an average of $700 or $800 coming back off each 100. Once we hit one, then on the next 3 round robins, you're going to accelerate to $200. Those pay back $1,400 to $1,500, which at that point you're going to accelerate to $300. Pretty soon, each round robin ticket's going to start paying $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, and your entire bankroll was only 1. That's how this system progresses. Once we continue the streak, you'll start winning $15,000, $20,000 at a time, and the goal is to get up into the hundreds of thousands of dollars, but all off of house money. Let's say you can't replenish the 1,000, so you're going to start with 200. That would mean that your first bet round robins would be just $20, and when they hit, they would pay back $140. So the math works the same. It's just a slower climb up the hill into the thousands, tens of thousands, and hundreds of thousands. If you can't replenish your bankroll, we have to be a lot more conservative, waiting for the streaks to hit. Another question that might be coming up. Let's say that you can replenish it and your bankroll for your half times is down to where you started with 1,000 and say you only have 100 left. Well, use the same rule. You'd only be taking $11 on each one out of the 100 until we get to where you can see that we're getting hot and things are starting to click. At that point, you can bet higher amounts of what your existing bankroll is, or replenish the halftime amount and go back to the $110 if it's a $1,000 bankroll. I will be explaining more as we go, but right now you're betting small amounts until we get hot. When we get hot, I'll be walking you through via emails and through the video what to do. In fact, we're going to go ahead and put a starting balance of $1,000 for the baseball season. I think we can go ahead and start with that even now and show how I would work with a replenishable 1,000 and how I'd work with a non-replenishable 1,000. We'll actually show the bet amounts and keep a real-time tracking, so you'll see how it turns into thousands, tens of thousands, and hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'll of course be taking them myself to the point where they cut me off, but you guys will be able to continue on because you're not known for doing that, and they'll more likely let you run for longer than they'll let me run on the streaks. Today we have 2 round robins in baseball and 2 in basketball. So far in the baseball season, I'm 12 wins, 4 losses, and of the 4 losses, 3 have been by 1 run. I don't know if you've been playing along, but you've seen that we've hit the first 3 out of all 4 round robins and barely lost the 4th one. Last night we had the Arizona Diamondbacks, who got off to a bad start, to say the least. They were down 5-0. We came all the way back to 6-5, had man on second, man on third, and couldn't get it in to tie it. And the same thing in the bottom of the 9th, weren't able to bring them in to tie the game. But the other ones, we had an underdog in Oakland that won, I think, 11-1. We had Texas Rangers that were about even, and they won, I think it was 4-1. And the other game, the White Sox came back and won by 1. You can see that the picks are pretty much, if they're not close, we're on the right side. We haven't been on the wrong side of an easy win or loss yet. Out of 16 picks, every single time, we've been on the side that won or was very close to winning. There was a lot of easy winners, 3, 4, 5, 6, Oakland by 10 runs. We were on the right side of every single one of them. You can see already that the win percentage is strong in baseball, and it's very, very easy for me to hit back-to-back round robins. And you see the confidence. I'm taking 3s and 4 instead of 2s and 3s because it's just that much easier for me to hit in baseball, where we're not dealing with the point spread like in the basketball, where weird things can happen where you actually win the game but don't cover, and all different things that have been happening to us lately. We've seen a streak in basketball that's been pretty unprecedented for me, but basketball is not my strongest sport. I've had winning seasons every year in the NBA and in college, and so far I still am going to, but unfortunately for this audience, you missed out on the runs going into the last month or 2 where things have been choppy. There were some beautiful streak patterns that developed earlier in the year, and in the NBA I hit some streaks of 9 out of 10 and 13 out of 15 several times, which created some big round robin wins. In baseball though, it's just really common for me to hit streaks of 14 out of 15 or 19 out of 20. You'll see me do it pretty regularly. You'll see this season that we'll hit 6 or 7 round robins out of 10, which these are 4-team round robins. We'll hit 6 or 7 out of 10 multiple times during the year, which will create a huge multiplier effect, put you very strongly into positive territory, and you'll never look back, because the way the system works, you're going to be banking some of that profit and you're going to be recouping anything you have in. And if we get on a little cold pattern, you'll be reducing till the hot pattern hits again, and off we go. So it's really fun. It's very, very well thought out. It really plays into the hot and cold streaks on the money management system very, very well, and extremely helps you to take advantage of the streaks when we get hot, which always happens, and especially in baseball. You've seen already 12 out of 16 with 3 games that could have very, very easily gone our way. If those would have, it would have been 15 out of 16. That's not unusual for me at all. When we get really hot, we'll have days where we'll pick 8 or 12 games and hit every one of them. That's a lot of fun. I really look forward for you all sharing it with me. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your faith. Lots of things in anything you do in life, you need patience and you need faith. And what I can assure you is that I've proven to the Champ System group that I've been a consistent big winner off small amounts. Everyone around me knows it, And the way we've set this up, if I don't win, then you don't win. I don't do well at all, and I'm putting my money where my mouth is every step of the way. So there's logically, I wouldn't do it if I didn't know I was going to win. Everyone around me wouldn't be supporting me to do it if I wasn't going to win, and the champ system would not be telling you to ride with me even during a cold streak if they hadn't seen proof and know for a fact that overall I always win. So keep pushing forward. Bet small amounts right now on the basketball. We're going to progress a little bit on the baseball because baseball is starting to zero in pretty well, and that's what we do. We bet more when we're hot, we bet smaller when we're cold. And at the end of the day, you end up ahead, everyone's happy. So keep the faith, keep the confidence, and stay tuned because you'll see it happen live in front of you and on this screen. Okay, so going on to baseball today. We have 9:15 St. Louis, 9:06 Dodgers, 9:08 Texas, and 9:11 Angels. That's going to be a 3s and a 4, and I'm recommending you go a total of 2.5 units on each of these. So that's going to be 12.5 units total. 9:15 St. Louis, 9:06 Dodgers, 9:08 Texas, 9:11 Angels. Same thing in the next group, 2.5 units each, total of 12.5 units. 9:20 Pirates, 9:23 Cubs, 9:22 Toronto, 9:13 Seattle. That's 9:20 Pirates, 9:23 Cubs, 9:22 Toronto, 9:13 Seattle. In in pro NBA basketball, we're going to go 2s and a 3 at the standard 2 units away, total of 8. There's going to be 3 games with the halves. So you're going to take 733 Detroit Pistons, currently laying 2, 732 Toronto, currently laying 8, 737 Oklahoma City, -1. That's 733 Pistons, 732 Toronto, 737 Oklahoma City. 2s and a 3s, 2 away, total 8. Same things in the first half, 1733 Detroit first half, 1732 Toronto first half, 1737 Oklahoma City first half. All right, so one of these round robins hits in baseball. These will pay back about 7-1 against a 12.5, so that would be 87, so plus about 75 units on just one round robin. And they're very easy for me to hit. You'll see I hit them like clockwork, especially in the regular season, but right now it's seeming like pretty good too. So far we're off to a 12-4 start. We'll start tracking based on the percentages and the amounts on a theoretical $1,000 replenishable bankroll and a $1,000 non-replenishable bankroll. Thanks for your time. Please visit us at thewhalepicks.com and make sure you're on our email list. See you tomorrow. Going forward, I'll continue to release all of my daily picks to you for free if you text me or subscribe to my mailing list. So make sure to text me or subscribe to my free mailing list so I can continue sending you all of my picks every day. I've made tens of millions of dollars betting on sports over the years, and now I'm finally breaking my secret so that you too can share in my success. All you have to do is either click on the link in the description of this video or send me a text message to my phone number at 702-462-1135. If you're texting me from outside the United States, add the +1, so it's +1 702-462-1135. I will begin texting and emailing you with all of my daily picks whenever they come up. Remember, subscribing to my mailing list is 100% free, no strings attached. And every day that you're not a subscriber to my free mailing list is another day that you may have missed out on one of my devastating winning runs. So be sure to click on the link in the description of this video or send me a text at 702-462-1135, or if you're outside of the United States, +1 702-462-1135 to join my mailing list today, 100% free. And you'll be the first to know when I release my killer picks every single day. Again, 100% free.